Now, we have known a few admin skins in the game that aren't going to be released ever. One of them being the vendor farm. That is technically an admin mode skin, or an admin developer skin. However, we know very little about admin or developer only skins that are exclusive to those people and never going to be released in Tower Defense Simulator. One of them being the Umbrella Gladiator, because, well, the developers have actually leaked that to me directly, actually. And then we got things like the Intern Scout and the Classic Soldier. I don't know about the Classic Soldier per se, because that looks like a skin that should be added to, I don't know, premium crates. But the Intern Scout, it looks unreleased, but it does look like it could have been a developer exclusive skin. However, there is one more thing that is a developer exclusive skin that was added all the way back in 2020, I want to say January 2020, and was said to be a developer only skin right from the offset. And for this, I'm talking about the Warlord Commander. Now, I have gotten permission from a community manager to talk about this because it's been sort of an open secret, the secret Warlord Commander skin. People are aware of it. However, it's just the case that the developers do not want people to be talking about it for whatever reason. And the only leaks that we had up until Mentin discovered this were illegal leaks of the Warlord Commander. Therefore, I was not allowed to talk about it and it was not allowed to be on the wiki. However, there are now actually publicly leaked things about the Warlord Commander. So a former developer, Raztix, has actually placed down the Warlord Commander and actually streamed about it. So this is all the way back in 2020. And as you can see, this is the Easter mode game hunt thing. And he actually leaks a lot of things here. So you know what? I should probably review some of these streams once in a while, talk about things. But if you were to scroll really, really closely into Raztix's loadout, you can see that there is an exclusive type of commander here that no one else has. Now, it is a little blurry, given it's quite hard to see, but it is there. And in this clip, I don't actually see it placed down, or I might have missed it. Let's see. No, I don't think it is placed down. But this is not the only clip of the Warlord Commander. So here, you can even see, apparently, Raztix actually placing it down. Get ready for the big... Oh, I already leaked it. But as you can see here, the Warlord Commander is actually a fairly dark tan skin with like a pedestal that's replaced with rocks, similar to like the Grass Isles rocks, or the rocks you can even see on Eggy Island. As you can see, it's like a normal green commander skin with like a cap instead of, well, not a cap, a beret instead of a cap. And it just stands on something different, and it has a skin tone, which is actually really rare back in the day. As you can see, all the other towers, they have yellow skin tones, whereas this one has a dark skin tone. Also, you can just about make out the fact that this skin has an exclusive, I say exclusive skin, face. Back then, all skins had like a smile face for simplicity, but this one you can see it has like the Roblox bearded face. You can even see placed down, it gets, Raztix even upgrades it, so as you can see, it gets glasses at level 1. Well, it might not even get glasses at level 1, it's just the fact that it upgrades very quickly and the stream cuts out, so you can see it's really laggy. But at level 1, I think it gets gloves. Yes, it's upgraded to level 1, it gets gloves. And then at level 2, it gets the glasses. Level 3, back in the day, its Call to Arms ability didn't actually change the model of the tower. And I'm actually struggling to see what actually changed between level 3 and level 4 back in the day. I think some towers had like some changes between level 3 and level 4, but this one didn't. I don't know, I'll have to verify with the models later. And then did it upgrade to level 5 here ever? No. You can see the Warlord Commander. It's extremely small, so it's a bit blurry, but you can see it in the loadout. So I mean, technically that's the icon leak, so yeah, we can leak that now. We got another exclusive Warlord Commander footage over there. Does he even upgrade it? Probably not. It's in his loadout here, and it doesn't seem to be like an Eggy Island thing, but you can see that he does have the mecha base. I think he's spawning in mecha bases, isn't he? Or is it below natural here? In any case, he does have the Warlord Commander equipped there. And even in the update log, it was actually officially added. So, as you can see here, many new skins. Commander Red, Commander Green, Commander Victorian, Commander Gladiator, Commander General. Ooh, Commander Warlord. Developer only. So this would have been the 12th of January 2020. So this is when the Warlord Commander was added, released v1.6.0. But if you were to scroll down to the official update log, it actually doesn't mention the Commander Warlord. This isn't an error with the wiki. It's just that the developers initially had the Commander Warlord appear on the update log, but for some reason, they removed it from here. I don't know why, probably because they didn't want to announce it. But as you can see, people have actually screenshotted it. And as you can see, Commander Warlord is here. Now, interestingly, even though they removed the Commander Warlord, because you couldn't publicly guess it, and it literally says developer only, a certain emote, even though that was removed, remains here. And yeah, I'm not going to talk about it, but it's here. I'm not going to say anything. Yeah. So like this isn't even like a secret. It's like an open secret. But even then, even when it was released on the 12th of January, it wasn't even an open secret. The developers literally just said, "Oh yes, we've added a developer-only skin." Now, I have no idea why it was a developer-only skin. Maybe because it was the fact that, you know, certain racial connotations could be made, because it's the first skin, I believe, at the time, to have a skin tone. Also calling it the Warlord Commander skin with that skin tone. I don't know, maybe the developers saw it as a bit racially motivated. Now, that is a certain assumption based on my opinion. Not even my opinion, that's what I think. I don't even know if that's the case. After all, the developers haven't said why it's developer-only. But I don't know, maybe it reminds me of a certain Robert Mugabe. I'm not saying that this skin was inspired by him. After all, he doesn't have like a full beard, but let's just say Zimbabwe did go on a decline through potentially some violations of the Geneva Conventions. But I'm not going into his government. That's just what I think, or even speculate. In fact, this is all my fault actually. I don't even know. Anyways, for whatever reason, the Warlord Commander never added to the game. But it's because the icon was leaked, you can actually show this now. So you can see the Warlord Commander, bearded skin. This is level 0, obviously. But it does have a modern variant because it still is in the game as an Adobe mode, a developer exclusive tower. It's just that it has the updated face. Obviously, this doesn't suit the Warlord Commander because the bearded face, it contributes to the fact that this is a Warlord skin. But it's probably a similar situation to the Intern Crook Boss skin, because the Intern Crook Boss skin is actually an unreleased skin and it was made for the Overhaul update, but it has been updated to the modern game. Throughout the years, it's just been left as like an unused skin, and as you can see, it has the updated Crook Boss face skin, but it still has like the old Crook Boss animations from when the Overhaul update was a thing. But it's never going to be released, at least from what I'm aware of. It's not going to be released. And that's the same for the Warlord Commander. It's been updated, probably unused for a while, and it probably is broken. It probably doesn't shoot correctly, but it's still in the game. It's just that you can't see it publicly. And we are actually very close to see its icon, its modern icon at least, because there is another skin in the game called Warlord. It's just that if you attempt to get the Warlord Commander and do this whole tower stats thing, which shows the towers with a different skin, the Warlord Commander isn't that skin, because actually the Warlord Commander is 2 words, war and then lord. Warlord Minigunner is 1 word, Warlord. Therefore, because it doesn't share a name, technically. I mean, yes, it does share a name in the English language. Warlord and Warlord are basically the same thing. It's just that because in string, they're not the same, you can't replicate this glitch with the... You can replicate the glitch with the Intern Scout and the Intern Crook Boss, because Intern is the same string. It's just that Warlord and Warlords, they're not the same string, so you can't glitch it to show the Warlord Commander icon in sandbox mode. And yes, as far as I'm publicly aware, only level 0 to level 4 have been leaked. I don't know about level 5, assuming back in the day, because back in the day, the colour of the skin changed. So as you can see, for the first version of the default commander, it changed from green to black. And then for the green skin, which the Warlord Commander is heavily based upon, I think, in terms of its appearance, except like I said, it's got a beret instead of a cap, it changes from white to black. So thinking about the Warlord Commander skin, it probably was changed to something like red, but then again, I don't know. I actually personally haven't seen the Warlord skin actually in its entirety, and I don't think it's here purely because it's an unreleased skin, and I don't think Mentium wants to get in trouble with developers until now. But yes, as only level 0 to level 4 has been leaked, that's all we know for, and we don't know what the level 5 skin looks like. And given the fact that level 5 has been removed from the Warlord Commander, or like the Commander Tower in general, I don't think the level 5 skin actually works properly if it were to be in the game still, because you can't upgrade to that skin. So actually, the level 0 to 4 skin that we see in the stream is actually the current skin that we see now, except that the face is changed over to the current Commander skin face. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's the Warlord Commander, a skin that is developer only for whatever reason. I think there may be racial implications to that, not as in because the developers are racist, but because it was a unique skin back in the day to have skin tones compared to the yellow skin. And I guess the developers didn't want to fight with that, but it looked like cool, and it didn't really fit the fact that if it were to have a yellow skin, it would actually be a green skin. As you can see here, that's the Warlord Commander, and then this is like you get the general commander, which looks like that, and then you get the green commander, which looks like this. So it looks too similar to those. So if it were to be its own unique skin for in the game that's public, it would have to have a yellow skin tone. Again, this is assuming that it's because it's got a skin tone that is rejected. But yeah, if it were to have the same yellow skin tone. It looked just too similar to the general skin at the time and the green skin at the time. And the only thing that would have changed is the pedestal that it stood upon. And even with like the general skin, it actually does change to red. So I'm actually not far-fetched of assuming that the level 5 skin back in the day would change to red. But that's the Warlord Commander skin. I wonder if it would actually come to the game now, given the fact that skin tone's in the game, but given the fact that it looks like it hasn't been developed since 2020, I really doubt it. After all, it's a developer-only skin. I don't think developers would add it to the game, but I guess the community can decide on that.